Hi friends, welcome to DTK Food and Travels. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Today we're making, I guess you can call it a little snack. We're gonna make kozukatta and masala chai. So to make the kozukatta, first you want to go ahead and cut up some jaggery, about 200 grams, and you want to go ahead and put 1 cup of water to this and bring it to a boil. So that we're just getting the jaggery ready right now. Like I said, this is about 200 grams, and you want to go ahead and shave it into little pieces and cover it with 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water is enough to cover the 200 grams of the jaggery. So this is what 200 grams of jaggery looks like. So we had a little bit left, and then we just added some more from that. So this is the water, that's half a cup, then another half a cup. So it's 1 cup, and that's enough to cover the jaggery. And you want to go ahead and put it on high until it starts boiling. And then once it starts boiling, you want to go ahead and reduce the heat to medium until all the jaggery is melted. Right now it is on high, and we're going to wait for this to boil. Once it boils, you want to reduce the heat to medium, and then you just wait until all the jaggery is melted. So all of it is melted. So you want to go ahead and turn the stove off and strain this. And the reason that you strain it is jaggery can have some impurities in it, so you'll see here in a second. We're just straining it. It's still hot, and look at all the stuff that just was in the 200 grams of the jaggery. So once you strain it, you want to go ahead and put a clean pot on the stove and pour the jaggery in there. And you are going to go ahead and turn the heat to high, and you want to keep boiling it until this reduces down, and this is how you want it until it's bubbly. Then you're going to add 3 cups of grated coconut to it, and you're going to go ahead and mix this together. But before you do that, you want to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of crushed cumin to it. We use the cumin, we actually ground it in a little mortar and pestle and then added it to it. If you have cumin powder, that would be fine also. So we're just mixing it, just trying to get it reduced a little bit so it's completely reduced. And then we're gonna go ahead and add the 1 teaspoon of the cumin powder that I was talking about. And to this, you want to go ahead and add some crushed cardamom also. My husband was the one making the kozukatta, so I was trying to help him out and crush the cardamom, but I didn't know you were supposed to remove the pods. So before we blended this, he did go ahead and pick out all the pods, so it was just the cardamom pods that were in there. I mean, he picked out all the cardamom skins. The peels, you're not supposed to put that in there. You're only supposed to crush the pods and then put that in there. So he picked it all out and mixed it and set it aside. And you want to go ahead and boil some water with some salt in it. And while that's boiling, you want to go ahead and measure out 4 cups of rice flour. So we're using 4 cups of rice flour for this recipe. So with this much flour, we were able to get 7 big and 18 small kozukattas for a total of 25. So it all depends on the size of kozukattas you want. So if we had made it all small, we probably could have gotten more. So it was 7 big and 18 small for a total of 25. So we have 4 cups of flour, and to that, for right now, we're adding 3 cups of the salted water. That's a half a cup, so there's 1 cup right there. But one thing I do want to mention is we were using the electric mixer, the KitchenAid, to mix this. And once we started mixing it, we realized the dough was still too thick. So we did end up adding 1 more cup of the salted water. So it was a total of 4 cups of water to the 4 cups of rice flour. And if you're planning to mix this by hand, of course, you definitely want to just start mixing it with a spatula or a spoon at first because it's pretty hot. So here it is, we're mixing it, and the dough is still kind of thick. We tested it. My husband took it between his fingers and felt it, and it was too thick. We wouldn't be able to make korukkata with it, so we did end up adding 1 more cup of water and mixing it, and then that ended up being perfect. So you want to go ahead and fill your steamer with water to the recommended level and put the plate in there, and this is the dough for the korukkata. So you want to go ahead and flatten it in your hand, make it a little well in the middle, and add the amount of the filling you desire in there. So this is the big korukkata. We made 7 of these, so we're putting about a tablespoon approximately of the coconut and jaggery mix in there. And then you just want to make sure you seal it really good, roll it around in your hand. There, just roll it, pinch everything shut, make sure nothing's peeking through. Almost there, done there with that one. It just takes a little bit of patience, because if you don't pinch it and make sure all the jaggery and the coconut is inside, some of them can break open. So you just want to go ahead and make yours and just lay it in there. And one thing I forgot to mention is, before you get the dough in your hand, dip your hand in some water, and that will keep the dough from sticking to your hand. So go ahead and get both your hands wet. This way you won't get dough all over your hand. Then flatten it, then make a little well in the middle, and then just put the jaggery in there. Like I said, about a tablespoon, more or less, like I said. However your family would like it is how you want to make it. So there's the 7. We're gonna go ahead and put this on the stove and steam it on high. So we'll wait till the steam comes out of it and then add the rest of it to it. And the reason is, you don't want, if you put the smaller ones on top, they will just stick together. So if you have a big enough steamer, you can put it all at once. That would be fine, but we have a pretty small steamer, so we just steamed it and then added the smaller ones just so it won't stick to it. So we're gonna put the heat on low, and there all the korukattas. Don't they look yummy? They were so yummy. So there were 18 small and 7 big for a total of 25 korukattas. We made this for a church fundraising event. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna put it all into small little packets so it'll look nice and pretty. And now the korukattas are ready, so we're gonna have an afternoon snack with some masala chai. To make the masala chai, you want 2 cups of water. That was the mug I was using, so I put 1.5 cups of water in there because the other half a cup is gonna be milk. And I put a teaspoon of crushed cardamom, a teaspoon of crushed ginger. You can skip the ginger if you don't like ginger in your tea. That's perfectly fine. Some people put cloves or cinnamon or black pepper, but I don't like any of that in my masala chai. I just like cardamom is what I usually make it with, and sometimes I put ginger. So you want to heat the water on high. Once the water's boiling, you want to go ahead and put 2 teaspoons of tea. So it depends on the strength of your tea. Ours is pretty strong, so I put 2 teaspoons. You put it on low, bring it to a boil, then increase it to high, and then add your milk. I'm using 2% lactate milk, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever milk you prefer. And then the heat is back on high, and you're gonna boil it. And then once it's boiled, your tea is pretty much ready. So I'm just gonna go out and get a spoon and get all the tea and the cardamom, everything down into the tea, and then turn the stove off and strain the tea into mugs. And there's 1 cup. It's pretty strong tea because we drink tea pretty early in the afternoon, so we have plenty of time to wear it out. So if you have a frother, you can use that to froth the tea, but we don't, so you can use another cup or a mug and get some froth in your tea. Doesn't that look yummy? If you want, you can add sugar. We have it plain. There's the masala chai and the kozukatta. That was just the perfect afternoon snack. I hope all of you will try it. It is so yummy. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.